Hello, my name is Joshua Mugabi. I welcome you to Biology Lights. In this session, we are going to talk about transport in plants. All of the following statements are true, but which one is the most precise? Water is conducted through plant stems in A. The xylem, B. Vesicular bundles, C. Vessels, D. Veins. The most precise statement is C. Vessels. Which of the following statements is the most accurate? A. Food can travel up the stem in the phloem. B. Food can travel down the stem in the phloem. C. Food can travel up or down the stem in the phloem. D. Food can travel up and down the stem in the xylem. The most accurate statement is C. Statement A and B are correct. That is, food can travel up the stem in the phloem and food can travel down the stem in the phloem. But they are incomplete. Statement D is wrong. That is, food can travel up and down the stem in the xylem. So, the most accurate statement is C. Food can travel up or down the stem in the phloem. Roots have no chlorophyll and grow in darkness. So, how do roots obtain their food? Food made in the leaves is transported to the roots in the phloem of the vesicular bundles. Which of the following conditions is least likely to increase the rate of transpiration in a plant? Part A, a rise in temperature. Part B, an increase in humidity. Part C, increased air movement. Part D, increased sunlight. Part B, an increase in humidity is likely to slow down the rate of transpiration. Which of the following statements are true of transpiration? Part A, it draws water up the stem. Part B, it draws dissolved salts up the stem. Part C, it draws food up the stem. Part D, it has a cooling effect on the leaves. Part E, it speeds up photosynthesis. Transpiration. Part A, draws water, and part B, dissolve the salts up the stem, And also part D has a cooling effect on the leaves. Osmosis and transpiration both play a part in the movement of water through a plant. Which of these two processes makes the greater contribution to the movement of water up the trunk of a tree? In a mature tree that is in full leaf, transpiration makes by far the greater contribution to water movement through the trunk. Which of the following statements are true? A potometer is an instrument which can be used to part A, measure the rate of water uptake in a chute. Part B, measure the rate of transpiration in a chute. Part C, measure the rate of photosynthesis in a chute. Part D, compare rates of transpiration in different conditions. Statement A, measure the rate of water uptake in a chute. B, statement B, measure the rate of transpiration in a chute. And D, compare rates of transpiration in different conditions are correct statements. Most of the water taken up by a plant passes through it and is evaporated to the atmosphere. What use is made of the tiny fraction of this water which is retained by the plant? The water retained by a plant is used for photosynthesis and other chemical reactions. It is also used for maintaining cell tag. A student set up a potometer in the laboratory and measured the rate of movement of water in the capillary. An average of 4 readings gave a rate of 50 millimeter per minute. The apparatus was then taken outside, where there was a light breeze. 4 more readings were taken without delay. The average of this reading was 130 millimeters per minute. The student concluded that exposure of the chute to rapid air movement had increased the rate of transpiration. Criticize the design of the experiment and the student's conclusion. By taking the second set of reading without delay, the student did not allow time for the new rate to become established. When the apparatus was taken outside, several variables were changed. For example, light intensity, temperature, humidity, and air movement. There is no way of knowing which of these was contributing to the increased respiration rate. The drawing on the right represents a design for a potometer. Criticize the design and practicability of the apparatus. There is no way of resetting the water column. The cork will have to be removed and the apparatus set up again each time a new reading is wanted. A pot plant was watered, and the pot enclosed in a plastic bag tied securely around the base of the stem. The plant was weighed at 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. During this time, it lost 32 grams in weight. Part A. From these results, what was the plant's rate of transpiration? Part A. The plant lost 32 grams in 7 hours. So its rate of transpiration was 4.6 grams per hour. Part B. Why might this calculated rate be slightly inaccurate? Part 1. In daylight. Part B, Roman 1. In daylight, the weight loss due to transpiration will be reduced by a gain in weight resulting from photosynthesis. Part B, Roman number 2. Why might this calculated rate be slightly inaccurate in darkness? Part B, Roman number 2. In darkness, some of the decrease in weight will be due to the loss of water and carbon dioxide produced by respiration. Part C. What was the point of Roman number 1, watering the plant? Part C, Roman number 1. If the plant had been short of water, this might have restricted the rate of transpiration. Part C, Roman number 2. What was the point of enclosing the pot in a plastic bag? Part C, Roman number 2. The plastic bag prevented evaporation taking place from the pot or the soil. Hello friends, thank you very much for participating in Biology Lights. I encourage you to subscribe.